people and stuff, and we were already there. I thought, you know, for a few years now, where you see people at dinner, okay, pre-COVID, table of 5, whole family set up. Yeah, everyone's on the phone, right? You know that shot.
Yeah.
I've seen that multiple times, okay? And it is a little disturbing because you're like, damn, you guys, like, forget bringing people together. You guys are family members, and you're all cut the fuck, you know what I mean? It's just, it's weird. But just to say that too many people are on the fucking phone. So therefore, the human touch, you know, the like, I mean, Ed, imagine, and I'm sure you could, you know, you played in movies, you played in period piece movies, you know, where like notes had to be passed to communicate with heads over time. Okay, not like, yo, I got you. Yo, let's FaceTime. No, like I would trust that I would say to you, yo, meet me at Star Ferry tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And
on a phone. And if you didn't show up.
No, you would show the fuck up. You would just show up, right? Because there is no phone.
I'm Edison Chen, creative director of Clot and many other things. And I'm dope because I believe in myself.
Wow, how do I follow that up? I don't know. Am I dope? I won't answer that. But I'm Futura. I'm here in New York. Hope everyone's well. Please stay safe. And if you live in America, please vote.
It's hard to define it as street culture now. I mean, mainstream, you know, many other facets of lifestyle culture have taken in street culture, sampled it, kind of welcomed it, collaborated with it. And I feel like the lines have kind of blurred. So when someone says, hey, you know, street fashion brand or street this, and it's like, sometimes I feel like the word has changed. So, you know, what it used to mean in the 90s, you know, for me, because that's when I was a teenager, and what it means now, I think is a little different. You know, I think that the pure essence is still there, but there's a lot more people attaching themselves to it and giving different perspectives of it, that sometimes make it even more street, sometimes make it a little bit more pop, you know? So I think it's an interesting time with, Future's the legend. Been a fan of him since I was yay tall, and, you know, seeing him at the LV show, seeing him do all these, you know, high level collaborations is like validation for everything that we've done. And just been an interesting time, you know, being so-called pioneers or, you know, important people. It's like how to choose what avenues, who to work with to kind of enrich in the word street culture.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you get it in a sense because you're a child, and you know, you're the generation of the foundation of what that culture initially was. You know, it's a mixture of not just clothing, you know, it's a lifestyle, right? Before they came up with a term, you know, the name lifestyle as something they could offer a consumer. But it's real, you know, people live it. And so wherever you come from, you identify with a certain thing, and that just wound up being an extension of what I feel. By music, dance, kids rocking dope sneakers. Wow, what are those Kangol hats? Oh, you put like plastic inside to keep the shape of it. You know, all these things define like a generation that then inspired another generation. And looking back, you know, my memories go quite deep, you know, half-century levels. So what exists today, of course, wasn't what it was, but these things have to evolve into something. And young people like Edison, like others, like a Virgil even, you know, you mentioned LV, Ed, you know, that's a great honor for me to be recognized by you guys actually as an OG in the whole realm of it, even though I see myself more as, yeah, sure, I was there, I was a participant, even more than I was a contributor. I was part of this bigger thing, but I'm very proud of where our culture has come, because we are this young, it's like America was starving for its own identity and all these things. And, cars, I mean, we did it, film, music, but in art, we were, at least this generation, mine even, we were left out. People of color, young kids that came from the street, they're left out of that. And now that's not really the case. So I think that's awesome. Even in this dark cloud we're in, just to define like what you call street culture, it's, to me, determined by the individuals within that particular geography who determine what it will be. Everyone who has a company envisions, a ideal brick and mortar location. You bring people into your venue. It's your own kind of house. So, but my shop was in Fukuoka, Japan. I was in New York. It wasn't a real event on a large scale. What Edison did, I think, that's a more reputable approach to like forming a brand. My thing was somewhat not a side hustle, but I was still trying to do art and other things, and the moment and that time presented itself for me to start that brand.
First couple times I went to New York, especially when I was kind of in the circuit, I had a really good homie. His name is Jaquan. He introduced me to Lenny. We chilled a lot, so many times, and just being around these guys fully inspired me. Just not talking much, just seeing the vibes where things working.
Yo, Edison, what about the opening of your shop in Shanghai?
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I know I met you previously, but then your game kind of escalated, and next thing I knew, I'm standing with you, maybe Stash, Hiroshi. We're all chilling in front of your Clot shop in Shanghai.
Yeah.
For cutting a ribbon.
Yep.
That was epic, bro. That's got to be, what's that, 12 years, 14 years ago?
Yeah, right? 12, something? 14, 15, yeah.
So, just to say, like, how that shit happened, a fucking wonderful lunch you took me to in HK at one of those traditional, birdcage
the dim sum spots, right?
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
The times we hung out, like, I remember, we may have stolen chopsticks from there. Sorry. But, on the real, just like the times I've spent with you have been awesome. And like, it's almost everything is going to be, it's like there was 9/11, right? Epic moment in world history. And now there's going to be COVID as a result also. So everything is pre this, pre that, and everything's really going to be pre-COVID for us, because it's like that time when like, we were actually free. We go to Asia a lot. It's not unheard of people wearing masks. At first Westerners are like, oh, wow, are they sick? They're trying to explain to you, no, they don't want to get sick. The whole purpose behind just sort of like a hygienic kind of, it's not germophobia or anything. It's just, hey, dude, let me just, when I'm out in public with all you motherfuckers, like, let me just
have my own zone.
Yeah,
I want my own zone.
Like, I get it now. Respect though, right? Like, holy shit, like, respect, because it's like, man, you guys are already, they were all, they're already aware, it's like our awareness is, light years behind, but just on that, like, so the times we spent before this shit, when we were having fun out there.
I think that the most important thing is people exchanging ideas and keep on inspiring each other, because a lot of the time I think, for me to be able to line up at a vape store to try to buy some Futura shit and then sitting in his studio is like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, like, like, holy. And it's like, wow, like, like my dreams can come true, like I used to line up, I used to dream about owning some of this stuff, it's, and what's interesting is back in the day, we'd have to research it. It's not put on a play on the internet for you. Like, you'd have to be like, oh, yo, what happened? Oh, this happened 2 months ago? Like, oh my God, I missed out. And then trying to hunt for it. Like, you know, there's so many, I think, facets that have changed. And I think that, you know, it's the gift and the curse. You know, before it was more like an adventure. It's like, you know, especially when I thought that, like, you know, when I first went to New York, like, where's Fat Beats? You know, where's North? Where's 360? I got to find it on a map. I got to walk it. You know, it's not like just looking at something and just walk it. You know, Tokyo, the same thing. I'm sure you know, Future was there before me. It's like, yo, there's these spots, there's these magazines, these small little maps on it. It's like, oh, it's right here. Can't read Japanese. Still trying to find it. But when you go there, it's like super like rewarding and like inspiring and stuff. And you know,
Don C, Chi-Town, represent Chicago.
I'm Dion, Director of Footwear Collaborations for Concepts, been around for a minute.
I'm privileged enough to be given the opportunity to collaborate on some sneakers, so I think that gives me the opportunity to talk about it.
Super happy to be amongst legends here. You know, I've known him a long time, so I couldn't be happier to be a part of this.
Okay, 2020's been a crazy one.
I was just about to say.
Something that came to mind I wanted to give props to was the Air Zoom Spiridon Stussies. I like those a lot. I know those Union Jordan 4s are about